right, last video of the day. Jeez, I recorded 2 yesterday, and this is number 9 today. I want to record 11 this week, so I'm 2 weeks ahead. This is exhausting. So today I'm going to talk about a subset of advice that you should never listen to. A lot of dating coaches, I'm going to use quotes here, dating coaches, gurus out there tell you. And that's advice that's too specific. Advice that's too specific, like, hey, say this, text this, blah, 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 blah. Advice that's too specific is usually, and I'm going to say usually because my mentor, Andy, has very specific scripts, if you will, but I'll explain the difference between those because those are exempted because that's good shit. But for the most part, when somebody says text this, do this, etc., it's what worked for them. And because it worked for them, it might not work for you. Because they're telling you it worked for them, that means that through their mannerisms, they can sell you the things, I really like Mark Manson said this, they can sell you the things to say, but they can't sell you the emotions behind it and the personality behind it. If you have a homeless guy, right, and he's like, hey, like, you seem like a girl I'd really like to get to know. Let's go on a date. This is an example that Mark Manson used in the book Models. I'll give him credit. I have a link in the description below if you want to buy that. Affiliate link, I get a cut, but it's a fucking amazing book. I've read it like 5 times. You look like a girl I'd like to get to know. Let's grab a drink. The girl is going to mace the fuck out of him. If he's smelly, like, homeless dude living under a bridge. But if the guy's like really well dressed, like has good sense of street style, like has some nice scent on, but not too much, not a ton of cologne, just a little bit. He's kind of swagger, got a kind of confidence to him. He's like, yeah, you look like a girl I really want to get to know. Let's grab a drink sometime. She'd be like, yeah, here's my number. Are you free Saturday? Like, she'd love that. And it's not because of the things that you say. It's because of who you are, right? And it's because of you saying the right things for your personality. The advice you want to listen to is advice that's more so the reasoning behind everything. Like, this is the reason why, like, I really like Andy's stuff, because yes, he says specific things to say, but he explains why. And the only reason he says specific things to say when you text a girl is because here's just an example of something that's an easy way to communicate with a girl that you want to get to know her. Like, here's why. Here's an example of the things that I say. Just use these if you don't want to come up with your own. But he explains why, and that's the important part. You want to listen to somebody who explains why. Like, hey, like, why do you text a girl on Tinder? Why do you say, hey, you're cute? What are you up to? The reason is you're sharing, I'm interested. Let's start a small conversation, and then I'll ask you for your number in a bit. It's like, that's what you're sharing. You're saying, hey, I'm interested in you in a sexual way. Also, when you talk to a girl in person, like, hey, like, I'm Joe. This is totally random, but I was walking by and I thought you were cute. What's your name? Right? Why am I saying that? Right? I'm saying that because I want to show her I'm socially aware. I know that this is a weird thing. This doesn't usually happen. That will make her feel comfortable. I'm not like completely unaware of how weird this is. It's like, I understand this is weird. I understand you're probably nervous. Here's my name. I'm coming up to you because I'm interested in you in a sexual manner. Are you? If you're not, you can reject me and just say, whatever, I have a boyfriend, I'm gonna leave. But if you are, what's your name? And then we can start a conversation and see if we're a meet. And that's because I'm not saying just say these things. I'm saying, like, this is why I would say these things. This is the things you need to communicate to a girl to connect with her and to potentially have a date. So that's the really important part, is when somebody says and doesn't explain why. When they say the what but not the why, that's not helpful to you. You can say the what, but if you don't know the why behind it, that's I didn't even write that in my notes, but that's a much better way to sum this all up. If somebody tells you the what but not the why, that is not going to help you at all. That dating advice or even life advice in general, it's not going to help you. They need to tell you the why, because if they don't tell you the why, then you'll forever be dependent on them to direct you, because you're not doing it because you've decided it's a good idea. You're doing it because they've told you it's a good idea, and they haven't told you why. So now you're not in control. They're in control. So go ahead, make the right decisions in your life. follow advice and learn how to figure out the right answer and how to communicate the right things rather than what to communicate and just copy somebody else. Maybe use an example like what I like about Andy. He gives you like a script, if you will, to about that's really just an example of one way to communicate these things. That's fine, but make sure you understand why so you can form your own words because you know what you're communicating. Don't just like read a script and be dependent on somebody else to give you the words. Why are you saying these things to a girl? Why are you saying these things? What are you trying to communicate? What is the purpose of you saying these things? And then once you know that, you can come up with the things on your with the what to say on your own. I wish you the best. I'm excited to help you guys out. In the link in the description below, get a free dating profile photo consultation for me. We'll get on a Zoom video call and I will critique your profile, tell you how to improve it and get more matches. And subscribe and hit the bell. Go build a life you love, folks.